Hey guys, welcome back to Moonborn and yeah, Romance Club, and we're playing Moonborn. We're playing episodes 5 and 6 today. So let's go ahead and get started. It says Mia manages to escape death by the fangs of a vampire. The magazine publishes her article, and their relationship with Victor is getting complicated. Naturally. Okay. Let's go in and get started and see what we got. Victor Van Art. Where are you? He was hiding in the dark, watching the gate of the college. It's late. It's high time for good girls to be home. I'm tired of waiting for you. So is this like the only female dorm on campus? And that's how he's people are just finding me left, right, and center. The girl appeared on the street. It seems no one. Judging by the description, this is her. He came up to Mia, intending to align with her as soon as she entered the shadow of the trees. But suddenly a car jumped from behind the corner. Brakes squealing, it stopped abruptly in front of the girl. Careful! The rear windows rolled down. Mia was seeing the driver for the first time. What kind of joke is this? Mia, get in the car. What? Victor sent me. He asked me to look after you. She stepped back. Why should I believe you? Finally some sense from this girl. You were at his house and changed the bandage on your hand. Well, you can only know that from Victor. I guess. What are they talking about? He was far away and did not hear the conversation. But I've seen this guy before. Get in already. Mia was still hesitating. Actually, where is Victor? He's busy, trying to solve your problems. Why would he do that? I'm looking at you and asking myself the same question. Are we going? Alright, my dorm is right there. Mia began to walk around the car and sit next to the driver. She's being taken away. He dropped any pretenses of secrecy and ran quickly towards Mia. Damn, faster! Mia also saw the approaching stranger. No man could move so quickly. He was very close, but Mia had already sat down and the driver floored the gas pedal. The stranger jumped and managed to cling to the car trunk. He's behind. Yes, I see. The driver, swerving along the road, tried unsuccessfully to shake off the uninvited passenger. The stranger pulled himself up, threw back his head, and bashed the window with his forehead. What a stubborn bastard. The rear window glasses shattered into small pieces. Mia saw how the cuts on the pursuer's face quickly healed. The girl turned with a trembling voice to the driver. Do something. Drive. He left the steering wheel and deftly climbed into the back seat. Whoa! The car drifted into the oncoming lane. Mia barely had time to take control. The strangers had already climbed inside. Take that. Mia's protector struck a lightning blow, then another one, and another one. The vampire flew off, rolling onto the asphalt. Move a little. Mia gave up the wheel. Damn it. What's going on? Hush, quiet. Calm down. It's all over. He certainly runs fast, but I drive faster. He will not catch us. Mia was shaking with fear. Well, you are quite pale. What's going on? Who are you? What did he want? My name is Dustin. Do not be scared, okay? I'm good. I'm Victor's brother. And the guy we left behind is bad. And he was not after me. Dustin slowed down a little. The girl stopped shaking, but the fear did not vanish entirely. For some reason, I do not think that Victor could have a brother. We are not related by blood, and he lives alone. Where are we going? Actually, I was going to take you to Victor, but now we need to repair the car. It's not discreet to drive with a broken out windshield and crumpled trunk, is it? Let's go to our place. To our place? Our who? You'll see. Do not be afraid. But Mia was afraid. She was terrified. I hope this Dustin does not want to drink my blood. I repeat, I'm good. I do not drink the blood of people. Are you reading my mind? No, Mia. It's not necessary. You keep glancing at my mouth. It's clear that you're wondering whether or not I will let my fangs out. By the way, We should drop by a store. You would need things. Do you understand it yourself that you're showing up at a college is not a good idea for now? Mia did not answer. Hey, do you even hear me? Can I go back to the college? I hear. I think we'll find everything necessary here. I don't have enough money on my card to buy everything. Take mine. Dustin, I don't need other people's money, but I already know what the answer is. They want me to say this one for diplomacy. It's embarrassing, but thanks. Come on. The one thing vampires have no problem with is money. You know what? Actually, I thought that was a diplomacy route, but I think I know what that might change. And I'm gonna restart, actually. Alright, so we're back to the same choice. I'm gonna say I don't need other people's money. Listen, let it go, huh? If you want to help, give me a phone. Hold on. Mia dialed Trisha's number. Hello? Hello? It's me. I'm calling from someone else's phone. So you didn't buy a new one? Are you alright? Yes, only... Well? How are you doing on the money front? Okay, I guess. Dad gave me some. Can you lend me some? No problem. I'll transfer some now. Won't you come to the dorm? No. Wow. Has Mia been on a tear with a guy? Just stop it. I can't talk about this right now. Alright, but I'll fish it out of you. Mark my words. Mia returned the phone to Dustin. Thank you. Are you okay? Will you manage yourself? Yes. I'll wait for you at the checkout. Mia quickly walked through the aisles, taking what might be needed for the time being. Then came the opportunity to shop for clothes. Who knows when I go back to the dorm? I should change my clothes. So we have this number. It's pretty cute. And then we have this, which I hate. I'm not gonna lie. So, jeans and a jacket, it is. For someone who barely escaped being killed, I look pretty good. Mia approached Dustin. I'm ready. Shall we? I start to understand Victor a little better. What are you talking about? You have good taste and a sense of style. It suits you. I did not save you in vain. Excuse me? Sure, thanks. You're welcome. Let's go. Dustin, I don't know about this fool. I don't like him. You know, shopping is good for you. You don't look so pale, and you seem to have calmed down a little. Actually, she was still afraid, not at all calm. Try to take a nap. We have to go out of town. Oh, man. I'm sleeping in the car with this fool. Mia, wake up. We're there. I was not sleeping, just thinking. The fact that one vampire wants to kill me, then another one saves me and brings me out into the wilderness. But she did not say it aloud. Is it a vampire traditional to live in big houses on the outskirts? Something like that. Nostalgia for the gloomy medieval castles. Just kidding. We try to avoid having neighbors. A familiar car was parked outside the house. Is this Victor's car? Yes, I called him while you were shopping. Despite the circumstances of the last meeting, Mia was happy. At least somebody I know. Victor met them as soon as Mia and Dustin entered. Mia. He looked worried, and it felt nice. If only I knew what he feels for me. How are you? In one piece? Yes, but if it were not for Dustin, it seems I forgot to thank you, Dustin. Well, how could I not help my brother? Victor just nodded at him. And here's Father. Mia, this is Noelle Miller. Noelle, this is Mia. Good evening. Hello. So this is the mist that caused so much commotion. Well, Victor is true to himself. If he helped once, he will continue to help. Especially a pretty girl. Enough. Victor is right. Mia needs rest. Noelle approached her and looked into her eyes. General fatigue, too much adrenaline, fear. Mia, that guy would not find you here. Mia's afraid of us, Dustin. and the feeling is understandable. She is not used to such company. But this is the Beauty and the Beast type of situation, Mia. Excuse me? If you look more closely at us, you will understand that we are not dangerous. Of course, I'm talking about my family. Victor, Dustin, and I do not drink the blood of people. At all? For many years now. Although Victor almost fell off the wagon. Dustin. Noelle looked at him disapprovingly. You can rest at ease, Mia. We have a suitable room. I'm afraid I will not be able to sleep. I'll give you a light sleeping pill. Why do you have sleeping pills in the house, Noelle? Dustin, you're not that young. It's time to know already what distinguishes a man from a youngster. Oh, whoa! Okay! Dang! Daddy Mac over here. Holy crap. I hope you will tell me. Foresight. You're right, as usual. I should have known that Mia would be nervous. Nah, you ain't just talking about me. Nah. Mia, let's go. I'll show you the room. There you will find some pills as well. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Make yourself comfortable. There's a private bathroom. Noelle is your father, but both you and Dustin call him by name. Why is that? He's our mentor. He educated us, taught us everything that a vampire needs to know. We call him father sometimes to show the degree of our respect for him. So you're not a Miller? Victor Van Art. And Dustin? Chase. Well, I'll go. Do not be afraid. Sleep. Victor left, leaving Mia alone. Here's a sleeping pill. Should I take it? But how do I know what it really is? A glass of water was thoughtfully left on the bedside table as well. If it's actually a sleeping pill, will I wake up? I had some time to think about this one. It is very strange and dangerous to take pills from random people that you don't know. But however, something else to consider in my mind, which made me make the choice that I made, was that these people are vampires. You need to remember that. They don't need to drug you to get the advantage. They already have it. So, I mean, of course, they could be drugging me for other purposes to sell me off somewhere. Who knows? There's always that. But, I mean, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna take the tip. If they wanted to do something to me, they could do it either way. Mia took the pill with some water. It would be strange to stop trusting Victor all of a sudden. Yeah, but just know, taking pills from strangers is usually a bad decision in life. Okay? Don't take this as any kind of, like, way to go in life, okay? Yeah, let's just put that out there. Anyway, all of a sudden. Then she lay down and quickly fell asleep without dreaming. The girl woke up entirely rested. I'm a vampire's guest. I really hoped that everything would turn out to be just a dream. How long have I been asleep? A clock on the wall. That's some light sleeping pill. I lay down at night and woke up in the evening. Mia carefully examined herself in the mirror. She was looking for traces of a vampire bite, but it seems that everything is in order. Having taken care of her appearance, Mia left the room. And where is everyone, I wonder? Good evening. Victor, hello. And where are Noelle and Dustin? They left. Some matters needed their attention. I created problems for all of you, right? This is not connected with you. You must want to eat. Sit down. The food was from a good restaurant. I did not know what you preferred. I ordered different stuff. We have meat, fish. Go for the meat. It smells fantastic. Won't you be eating? Really, I do not need this. But if you need some company, then I'll join. Mia, don't you like it? It did not escape his attention that the girl was eating somewhat reluctantly. No, it's delicious. I'm hungry. It's just that I've got a knot in my stomach. It's nerves, I guess. The fork fell out of her hand, clinking on the edge of the plate. Tears welled up in her eyes. I was almost killed. Twice already. Do not be afraid, do you hear? You're safe, Mia. First a crazy man with a knife, then a vampire? God, how come? What for? I did not do anything to them. Why did I go to that damn masquerade? I should have gone to the student party like everyone else with Trisha. Victor sat down beside her and hugged Mia by the shoulders. Calm down, do not cry. Everything will be fine, I promise. Let's go. Where? I'll show you something. Come on. The evening chill calmed Mia a little. Dustin said that there are no neighbors here. That's right. We can speak freely. No one will hear. Victor. I think it's probably obvious that he probably has. So let's ask if he has any more family. There are 3 of us. There is no one else. Have there been? Victor did not answer right away. I remember my parents. Dustin does not. Noel had a wife, but she had died a long time ago. She died a human? No, Emma was a vampire. But I do not think this is the best topic for conversation. Sorry, I should not have asked. It's fine. Aren't you cold? I cannot tell if the weather is comfortable for you. Do not worry, it's warm enough out. Is there much difference between vampires and us? Besides what I've seen already? A lot, Mia. If you know that you can live for hundreds of years, you look at the world differently. Is there something more apparent? Reactions. Well, for example, Victor waved his hand so fast that the motion blurred. He closed his fingertips, carefully holding something fragile. Oh. The vampire slowly unclenched his fingers. A large butterfly was sitting in his palm. The butterfly spread its wings, and they were as wide as Victor's palm. The insect shuddered, waved its wings, and flew away. How beautiful. Victor took her by the hand and led her farther from Noel's house. Where are we going? Be patient. You will see in a moment. Butterflies were sitting in the trees by the hundreds. Victor, Mia could not find words to express her emotions. That's amazing. The milkweed butterfly is a monarch from the Nymphalidae family. Thank you for showing me. The vampire looked into the girl's eyes. I'm glad that you liked it. Look at the picture. Sorry. I'm snapping away. His amazing voice grew quieter. You introduced me to your family. Yes. Helped me again. Yes. Should I take it as... Yes. He did not let her finish the sentence. He took her by the shoulders and kissed her. Victor's tender, sensitive fingers touched her neck. This may go far. Mia arched her back, a shiver running down her spine. It became harder to think clearly. He's a vampire. What do I want to do? I guess let's just go for it for now. Mia clasped Victor's neck and pressed her whole body against him. Oh, it was even more beautiful than the first time. He is the cosmos. She could feel his smell. Feel his smell. Interesting. Feel his smooth, cool skin with her fingertips. She understood his desires, his passion. There will be no one like Victor in my life. Mia. Nobody has ever whispered her name like this. Say it once more. Mia. She kissed him greedily, and there were no thoughts. I'm sorry. There were no more thoughts. There were only feelings left. Hers. His. And there was evening. There were butterflies and something that Mia could not find a name for. This is magic. Victor. Mia. His kisses made her breathe faster, or made her breath stop altogether. You have sweet lips. He stroked her hair. He must have kissed a lot of women in his long vampire life. Well, let it be. The only thing it means is that he is alive. Billions of people live somewhere far away, but Mia did not care about them. She had already pulled away from the earth, and as a butterfly flew up towards the stars. Do not be afraid of anything. I am with you. The only thing that mattered was him, the vampire Victor Van Art. I'm not afraid. Mia was not sure if she answered aloud. He whispered tender words into her ear and did not expect an answer. Mia? The world was returning to its place reluctantly, gradually. You're entirely frozen. We need to get back to the house. Well, that was cute. Oh, I just realized it's a little waterfall thingy. That's cool. Victor's phone rang. I'm sorry, hello? He listened briefly to someone and then turned to Mia. It was Dustin. I need to return to the city. I'll take you to my place if you do not mind. Of course. Does something happen? Yes, there was a problem, but you should not worry. Victor? Yes? Mia gently kissed him on the lips. That's all. Let's go. We'll stop by the store. We'll buy you food. They were silent on the way to Victor's place. There was no need for words. A conversation did not happen at his place either, as Victor clearly was in a hurry. Most likely, I'll be back the next night. But first, I wanted to give you a present. He took out a small box tied with a ribbon. Take it. Okay. The girl untied the bow and opened the box. Wow. Vintage earrings. Oh wait, I forgot there were more options. But I mean, there was only one. There was only one diamond option, and there was other earrings, but I don't think they were pretty. Victor, they're very expensive, probably. Probably. An aristocrat from Europe wore them once. I want you to have them now. I cannot accept them. Please. Let at least something please you in this story. It's not only this that pleases me. He left for his mysterious vampire affairs, and Mia was left alone. All day Mia thought about the kisses surrounded by butterflies. How will all of this affect us? What does this mean for Victor? Do we have a relationship now? Then it began to get dark in the street. Mia decided that she should do something. Only what? Let's look around the house. I mean, hey, he didn't tell me not to stay away from anything, so... I mean, hey. It's time to get to know my savior. Mia started to walk around the house. It was great, but still, the inspection did not take much time. The girl reached the last room. What's this? Ooh. Wow. An entire recording studio. The hall was full of professional equipment and tools. Does Victor use all of this alone? Mia walked around the hall. So many interesting things. Black and white photos of well-known artists hung on the walls. Everyone is here. Edith Piaf, Elvis, Jim Morrison, Johnny Cash, Prince, Whitney Houston. There were pictures of those to whose concerts one could still go. True legends, and as well as ascending stars. It's weird, Victor. What else are you doing? There were records in the studio, arranged in a completely incomprehensible way. Performers of different years and genres were mixed together next to each other. Some notebooks. Mia took one and opened it. There, written with smooth handwriting, were the lyrics to a song the whole world knew. Come on. The girl turned a few pages. The same handwriting but another song by another artist. It cannot be. She began to inspect more and more notebooks, old, yellowed, and entirely new. Dozens of songs performed with a difference of 60 years were written by the same hand. Could Victor has written all of them? Mia did not like some of the songs, and some she did not know at all. But in any case, it was incredible. Putting everything into place, Mia left the studio. That's pretty cool. The girl pondered over what she saw. I do not understand. The vampire has been writing hits for many years under different names. But all these songs, they are teaching about something good and right. In Mia's understanding, this was somehow ill-suited to the image of sinister night predators. And it turns out that Victor could personally know all these performers. When Victor comes back, I'll definitely ask him about it. However, the meeting with Victor did not happen as Mia had expected. He was out almost all night long. He returned at dawn. The vampire entered the house and Mia immediately realized that something was wrong. Oh, his movements were sharp, his brow furrowed. Hello? Good evening. He handed her a fresh issue of the Supernatural Daily. Yikes. Oh, is it like a gray mask? Is it supposed to be like an illustration of him? Oh, yikes. Oh, those are his eyes. Yeah, that is supposed to be... Shadow Raven, is that you? Yes, I will explain. If it does not trouble you. His tone was unbearably dry. And where has all this tenderness gone? However, I doubt I will understand you. I'm sorry, I should not have... But I did not know what to do. And somehow you accidentally wrote about the masquerade? Uncovering the mystery of the existence of vampires? But there are no names, no places. Victor, forgive me, please. I cannot think of anything better. That's it. Now all the vampires in the city will want to know what's really going on. Mia was ready to burst in tears. There in the forest, she was the happiest girl in the world, and now his claims were killing her. How else could I have distracted the vampires from myself? I would have fixed it. There was a tense pause. I want to take a walk. The sun rises. I'm a vampire, Mia. So? I try to avoid sunlight. I'm happy to walk alone. I mean, seriously though, I can understand his point of view as well. Like, that probably shouldn't have been the best way to handle it, but the problem is she didn't really know him. She knows him a little better now. But how did she know she could rely on him to just solve all her problems for her? Like, you know, half the times he was kind of cold and half the times he wasn't. You know, he had just kind of attacked us a little bit. Like, what did he really expect? I mean, come on. I think he needs to understand her point of view as well. You know what I mean? The girl went to the door. Mia. She stopped but did not turn around. These earrings really suit you. Mia went out into the dawn twilight. The girl was walking slowly. The upscale neighborhood where Victor lived ended. Ordinary neighborhood stretched beyond that. It was quiet all around. The city was just beginning to wake up. But the city never sleeps. Like a vampire. And just like a vampire, lives out at the expense of people. Mercilessly kills, and then discards the body like empty food packaging. Mia was not scolding the city in vain. She passed by a horrible alley, next to which stood an ambulance, several policemen, and in the alley lay a body covered with a white cloth, from under which shoes were seen. The horror! The girl turned away, intending to pass by quickly, but then she heard a bit of the conversation between the two paramedics, and something made her linger. The third case in 1 week, can you imagine? Scary stuff. And what do they say, a maniac? They don't say a thing, but you know, I haven't seen anything like this in the many years I've been working. Completely without blood. I'm telling you, this is the work of a serial killer. Completely without blood? Third in 1 week? Dustin and Victor talk about a certain problem. Mia decided to check whether this was a coincidence or not. How to act. Carefully. Mia waited for the youngest of the paramedics to be left alone. Excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? Can I help you? The guy was gloomy. It's understandable it was such a job. And Mia used all her charm and made puppy eyes. I live in the neighborhood. What happened? Is it possible it's a serial killer? I'm terribly afraid of becoming the victim of a maniac. Well, I should not really say. He squinted in the direction of the police, then lowered his voice. I'm not an expert, of course, but I think you need not be afraid. Why? This is not the first victim, but all of them were found in different parts of the city. It's unlikely that the killer will attack again in your area. You're so kind. You almost calmed me down. Thank you. You're welcome. And how to completely reassure you. How does this maniac kill? The paramedic looked at Mia with either suspicion or extreme surprise. Don't take it the wrong way. I just would not want to be found horribly disfigured. That's if the maniac still kills me somewhere else. You know, you should go talk to a psychologist. Take some chill pills. But do not worry at all. If anything, they will find you at your very best. 2 punctures on the neck or on the wrist. Or both. And not a single drop of blood. Only you will be pale. 2 punctures? What is it like? Like in that Dracula movie. Thank you. Mia went on down the street. Hey miss, would you give me your phone number? Oh my god. Well, what are you doing there? Okay. Vampires. Vampires killed those people. What episode is this? I can't remember, to be honest. Let me click continue. Was that 6? No, it was not. Okay, so we're done with 5 and 6, so let's keep going. Mia wants to stop killing people. The way that's written sounds like she's the one actually killing people. Maybe wants to stop me. I'm not going back. The search for necessary information leads her to the Club of Vampires. Okay, here we go. Back to the Taste of Night, huh? Oh, goodness. If you work in that job, like whether it be like a paramedic or something, you probably shouldn't be giving people that kind of information, but okay. A new victim. The paramedics said that they had found 3 bloodless bodies in a week. But that means that one of the vampires is not very careful. A rustle was heard from behind the girl. Mia, you scared me. What are you doing here? I followed you. What about the sun? There's still a little time before sunrise. The quarrel with Victor was not forgotten, of course, but considering the vampire attack on people, it became less significant, faded into the background. This one girl who was always in trouble. I decided to look after her. Mia glanced at the ambulance, into which the stretcher had just been loaded. That person was killed by vampires. Dude, we just talked about the fact that... I mean, I don't know that he doesn't, but I mean, he could have bit me and he didn't. So, let's just tell him to explain, because he clearly knows something. Are you sure I know the answer? Dustin and Noel left because of a problem. Then you were needed. Besides, you care about keeping the secrets of your existence. And now people are finding corpses with vampire fang marks. Do you think I'll believe that it's not connected? Someone among you risk being exposed. Victor looked at the sky. Maybe we should go back to my place? Is it the sun? Yes, its light will not kill me, but it's better to avoid it. After thinking for a second, Mia nodded. Let's go. Why are you hiding from the sun? I lose my strength in its light, including regeneration. So, does the sun make you human? No. Sunlight will make me vulnerable. However, you want to talk about something else? About the murders. Victor sighed. Oh, like the little bouquet shapes. There are vampires in the city leaving traces behind them. We do not know who they are. Rumors are spreading among the people. Of course, this does not seriously scare anyone for now. Most people who believe in vampires are patients in psychiatric clinics. Nevertheless, some of us are dissatisfied among us. We met and discussed. And what did you decide? Nothing. The majority conclude that the problem is still not worthy of their attention. You mean the vampires will continue to kill and no one will stop them? Victor was embarrassed. It seems that he did not know what to say. But what about your secret? We need to convince the vampires that the threat is real, and this is a problem. It's not so easy to get in touch with everyone. 3 victims is a lot, but I do not even know how to tell everyone about this. Besides, who in the city will believe that the attacks were committed by vampires? At that moment, Mia thought that no matter how good Victor was, he was primarily a vampire, unconcerned about the fate of people. But I know the truth about the attacks. How can I do nothing and just watch us being killed like sleep at a slaughterhouse? Goodness, I can't get my words out. I cannot. I can see it in your eyes that you're up to something. Don't do anything foolish, Mia. Somebody has to stop this. I'm not an idiot, and I don't want to be heroic. But I cannot pretend that I don't know anything. Can you help me find them? Leave it. I'll think of something, okay? Mia sat down, folding her arms across her chest. I'm waiting for you to come up with something. Well, I see. Patience is not your strong suit, is it? Are you suggesting I remain patient until someone else is found dead? There's one idea. You've already started writing about us. Let's put it to use. You'll write an article about the mysterious death in the city, hint at vampires. Do not be too direct, but write it so the vampires understand who you're talking about. How? You will mention our true features. Are you serious? Your article. I have only myself to blame for it. I admit my claims were unfair. Am I forgiven? Never mind, we'll see how you behave. I'll just say never mind, I guess. There's no time for quarreling now, right? I still do not understand. What do you want to achieve with a new article? Any of ours who read it will understand the author knows what she is talking about. The author would be about bad vampires, how their actions endanger the secret. First, this will spread the information more quickly among vampires. And second, well, I'll try to convince everyone that you can be useful to us to present the news, or even for cover, if one of the vampires still somehow reveals himself in front of the people. Will it work? I don't know, but what do we have to lose? Yeah, it will be a bombshell. The article will be published in the next issue? I don't know, probably. Mr. Bo likes how I write. I wanted to ask you. About what? About... If you are so many years old, could you have crossed paths with some celebrities? Why do you suddenly ask about celebrities? Well, I saw your studio. I see. There are notebooks with songs. Did you write all that? Yes. I do not do this on a regular basis, just sometimes when I find the inspiration. Victor, it's really cool. There are so many hits. I'm delighted to have met the author. You are a genius. You're exaggerating, but thanks. And the pictures on the walls, do you know all of them? Most of them. Did no one ever tell you that reading someone else's letters is not right? Those could be my diaries. Do not waste time. Get to work. Then tell me more about vampires. For example... often do you need blood? How is your social life? I don't know. I actually don't know what to choose. I don't know. What should we ask about? How is their social life? Like, how do they gather, talk, or something? That could be good for giving more details that we wouldn't normally know about if we weren't around. But also how often for blood as well. Knowing how often they need blood. I think, is that useful? Why am I taking so long to make this? Just make a decision. Do it in 3, 2, 1. Social life. Do vampires have friends? Okay, that sounds kind of stupid. I wish I would chose the other one now. Rarely, but there are cases. Vampires are less social creatures. Many live alone most of the time, including you. Why does Dustin live with Noel? He's younger. Or maybe it's something else. It's boring to live alone? When it gets boring, we meet with acquaintances. Some vampires are passionate about something. When you have an eternity ahead, you begin to cherish topics for conversation with your loved ones. Okay, I think that's enough. Probably should have asked the other question. That's fine. Mia spent 2 days with Victor. He gave the girl his laptop to work on the article. During this time, she finally bought a new smartphone and was just restoring all her contacts and browsing through messages when Trisha called. Hello? Oh, I caught you. Welcome back to the digital era. You won't believe what's happening here. What happened? Police in the dorms. Lizzie is crying her soul out. It's a nightmare. What's the matter? Megan was killed. Mia was not exactly friends with the girls from the next room, Lizzie and Megan, but they were on good terms. They went to lectures together. What a mess. What happened? I don't know yet. I wanted to make sure that you were okay, but you were gone for a long time, and now this? I begin to worry about you. No, I'm fine. Damn, I don't know what to say. I'm shocked myself. I'm sitting here, and I should do something, right? But what? Try to calm down. I'll try. Bye. Trisha hung up. Poor Megan. Obviously, Mia could no longer work on the article. Victor was not at home. At night, he met with other vampires. Mia could not talk to anyone about the horrible incident. Where do I even belong? I hope Victor comes back soon. But he was not coming. The girl began to seriously worry when the sky in the east began to lighten. Where did he go? I can't drink another cup of coffee. Finally, Mia heard the car outside the window. A minute later, Victor entered, and she immediately realized that he was worried. Another corpse. In the industrial zone. Found it yesterday morning. Dustin and I investigated. Almost useless. Victor, who is the victim? He looked intently at Mia. Mia, what's the matter? Please answer me. Who is the victim? A young girl, your age. I'm sorry, I will look for it. Mia interrupted Victor. Did you see her? I saw the pictures the police took. What's the matter? Mia rushed to the table, turned on the laptop, and went to her favorite social network. She found a photo of Megan and turned the screen to Victor. Is this her? Victor was silent, but everything was clear from the expression on his face. Shit. Megan. The girl felt as though a cold hand was crushing her throat. It became difficult to speak, and she had to force the words out. It's Megan. Megan. Is she your friend? Friend? Not really. What difference does it make? Yeah. But we studied together. We had joint lectures. She lives in the room next door. Damn, she lived next door. Can I help? Mia did not answer right away. She had to wait until the lump in her throat disappeared. You said your investigation was almost useless? What did you learn? Mia, remember that you yourself were on the kill list. The vampire's kill list, you forgot to mention. Don't worry, I remember. Mia pointed her finger at the monitor. They already reminded me. This has nothing to do with you. I understand, but tell me. Can you sit here while someone kills people as if they're cattle? The question was clearly rhetorical, and Victor did not answer. What did you find out? Not far from the place where she was found, there is a shelter for animals. One of the employees at this shelter saw something. I'll find him in the evening. Let me go. The sun has risen, right? There are no vampires in the streets now. Why lose the day? What about the man with the knife? How would he get there? I cannot talk sense into you, can I? I'll be very careful. I'll be back in the evening. Okay. I hope it's here. The sun was already high when Mia found the shelter. The task was not an easy one. The addresses in the industrial zone were confusing. Even the driver, even the driver wasn't able to bring the girl to the right place. Excuse me, I'm looking for an animal shelter. In that case, congrats, you found it. Are you looking for a kitty or a doggy? What? Oh, no, that's not what I came for. I'm listening. Near here, they found... It was difficult to talk about Megan, but Mia gathered herself. They found the body of a girl. It seems that one of your employees saw something. We have only one employee, miss. Then, you are the witness? Tell me, please, what did you see? I've already told the police everything. Who are you? You see, I knew this girl. We studied together. So, if you need anything, contact the police. Well, I need to know what happened. And you know, while there's an ongoing investigation, they won't say anything. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. I have things to take care of. Maybe I can help you. Tell me what to do. The man looked carefully at Mia. I don't even know. You help me, I help you. You see, right now the shelter... right now the shelter is trying to figure out some issues with new financing. How much? Don't interrupt. That's not what I meant. We have to find a foster house for the animals for a couple of days, until I move everything to a new location. The girl's ears pricked up. What are you hinting at? Take one of their friends for a little while. Just feed it, they're vaccinated and litter box trained. Do we have a deal? And what kind of friends do you have? I'll show you. Here, I've already found temporary caretakers for all but these three. A little dog. Honestly, he looks kind of scary though. Then we have the little kitty. And the owl. Those eyes. I like the cat though. I like the cat. I'll take the cat. What a cute furry fellow. Yes, this guy is affectionate and does not mind sitting on someone's lap. Well, he loves to eat. Yeah, you can see from his face. I think he likes you, miss. Well, let's see how we get along with him. What do you say? Do you understand me? You're smart, aren't you? So, what did you want to know? What did you witness? It was dark already. I could not see much. I was walking from here to the plant and met Lucky. She's a stray cat. I feed her every now and then, and that day I sat down to pet her. So, what's next? A guy passed by me. He was not alone. But I didn't pay much attention to the others. They stayed in the shadows. And in the morning, in that exact same place, they found the girl. That's it. What? Is that all? He had a tattoo on his left arm. Can you describe it? I'm telling you, it was dark, and the tattoo was dark. It seemed intricate. Yes, not much, but at least it's some information. Thank you. Bye. Leave your number. I'll call you when I take back the cat. Well, I want to take the cat back. Returning to Victor, Mia introduced her pet. Cute. Just don't you say that it will stay here. It's not what matters, right? Mia told Victor when she was able to sniff out, thinking the entire time about how to find a needle in a haystack. But Victor reassured her. Mia, you've done well. If it was a vampire, it would be easy to find him. Are you sure? Yes. There are not so many vampires with tattoos. Do you want to look into the abode of evil? I invite you to visit Taste of Night, the lair of vampires. Thank you, but explain. To start with, somebody wants to meet you. He is one of the most respected vampires in the city. This is the owner of the club. It seems that I was able to convince him that your magazine will come in handy. Granted, it's not a given that you will talk to him. He might not give you the honor. That's fine. I'll manage somehow. What's second? Second, there's a regular who knows everything about tattoos. I'm sure he will tell us something. Are we going in the evening? Yes. No. Yes, we need to do something about him. Do not look at me like that. Well, we can't leave him locked in the car. Alright, he can stay here. What am I going to do with you? Take this for the evening. Oh. Give me a dress. It's kind of cute. That's also kind of cute. I guess I'm supposed to be fancy, though. I don't know, I kind of like this, though. But I think for now, the story might be affected by it. I can't remember. I'm just gonna get it. If we're going to the club, let me do something different with my hair while I'm here. I can probably, oh, I was thinking I could do one of those styles, but I remember that they don't have them in any good colors. Rude. We could do something like that. Some curls up. Yeah, because these colors are not very great. Yeah, we can do something like that. Let's just doll it up just a little bit. Thank you. It's a very beautiful dress. I hope I picked the right size. The dress fit perfectly. I bet you had a lot of practice guessing sizes in your long life. That's enough. You can stay tactfully silent. You could have avoided the question. What the hell? Very conspicuous interest for a club. You don't like to attract attention. Do not be afraid inside. I'm near. Not bad. Were you expecting something else? After your joke about the vampire slayer, I thought I'd see... let me grab a screenshot. Well, I don't know. Something like in the movies. Black candles, red velvet. Well, at least you didn't say coffins. I see those two. No, Mia, we're not that similar to Dracula. Sorry. Music played softly in the room. There were a few guests. Mia whispered, "Are they all vampires?" Yes, people come here too. Some are in a position similar to yours. Others hope that they will be turned. Here, they seem to know Victor. The barman smiled at him politely. The barman, for example, is a human. It was not just the guy behind the bar who wanted to say hello. Oh, Victor. What a surprise. You're a rare visitor here. Ah, goodness. Good evening, Monica. Did you bring your own food? Can we do that here? The question was addressed to Victor, but the vampire was looking at Mia. This is Mia. Do not touch her. I will not if she's yours. However, I do not understand. Is it more interesting with mortals than, well, let's say, with me? I'm sorry, Monica. Let's have another time. Let's talk another time. I have business. The vampire left. So, she's gorgeous, but crazy. So, Jesus. Victor, who is that? An old friend. I hope she's very old. If you're talking about her age, then she's an elder. I suggest staying in the common room. The VIP lounge, though more comfortable, will be less interesting to you. Putting me at a table, Victor brought a cocktail. The girl looked around. Everybody is tastefully dressed, well-mannered. I must admit, this Monica is not bad-looking either. Victor, are all vampires beautiful and refined? Almost. Very rarely does an ugly person get eternal life. Kind of an unspoken rule. Tolerance is not in vogue. Suddenly, Mia noticed two men standing out, even against a background of elegant and refined vampires. And who are they? The one on the left is Ethan Wood, the owner of the club. Snap photo. And the second is his guest from Europe. Okay. The vampires entered the VIP lounge. Mia saw everyone making way for them. Some even bowed in an old-fashioned manner. As if to the aristocracy. Oh god. Anyway. Why are they so distinguished among others? Why such authority? Mia, why do you need to know this? Well, you brought me here. Like, why can't you explain? I mean, I'm not trying to be combative, but like, why don't you want to talk about it? Sure, whatever. I'll have to find out for myself. What are you up to? I'm sorry, it'll just take a minute. Hey, if you don't want to talk, then I can go gossip. Mia, don't do anything stupid. I'm careful. Victor wanted to say something else, but Mia had already moved to the bar counter. It's like, you could have just told me, but okay. Hello? Hello? Can I pour you a drink? I already have one, thank you. I just don't want to bother Victor. Do you know him? Mia pointed to the side of the table where the vampire was. Yes, of course. He has an important meeting of some kind. Well, all kinds of vampire things. I understand. So, it's okay if I sit here? I won't get in the way? No problem. How long have you been working for them? It's already been 3 years for me. Really? 2 for me. But I've not seen you here before. Well, I'm from Europe. Lowering her voice, the girl added, I flew in with, well, you understand with whom. Oh, that's cool. How did you manage to get into the prince's retinue? Mia noted to herself how the bartender referred to the vampire from Europe. He said it aloud. Well, it's a long story. To make it shorter, tell me what you already know. One of the oldest princes, very respected, a connoisseur of the painting, old school, came here sort of like on a courtesy visit. Someone says that our prince is very young, and yours came here to teach him. But I don't believe it. Young or not, what difference does it make when he's recognized as a prince, right? Well, yes. Mr. Wood solved disputes and problems in the city flawlessly. Or did he arrive on business? A painting brought him here. That's also why he liked me. I understand art. So I need to find out what our prince is fond of and be good at that? It's an option. Thank you for your advice. So the vampires have their own upper class, the princes. An official power? Mia smiled, walking away. I don't think that this little lie can do me any harm. If the bartender finds out about it, he will not talk. I doubt that he will be praised for telling stories about the prince to an unfamiliar mortal. Still, it would be strange to go back to Victor immediately, and Mia decided to take her time. She went to the bathroom and checked her makeup. On the way back, Mia glanced toward the VIP lounge. I wish I could listen to what the princes are saying, but it's very risky. Do it. What if the European flew in because of vampire attacks on people? A plan of action matured quickly. Nothing complicated. The main thing is to look natural. Victor was surprised to see how Mia began to dance. She did this solely to gradually move toward the princes. I mean, it's a plan. Just gotta be careful. I mean, and how much could you hear? There have to be, back here, right? I don't know. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read this. She stopped behind one of the columns. I hope you enjoyed your wine. Quite so. Both have an emphatic coldness in their voice. How long are you intending to stay here? Are you sick of me already? Prince, let's not pretend that we have a good relationship. It's politeness, you know, Prince. Isn't it a trend among young vampires? I'm not a young vampire. I have no reason to be particularly polite to you. You are a young prince. Very young. That's the only reason I oppose giving you the title. Did you really get offended? That's a waste. You're a very promising vampire. I'm sure you will become a good leader. Someday. Enough. What did you lose in my town? I'm checking. First of all, I have everything under control. No problems here. I know. I had time to convince myself. There are, of course, some arrogant youngsters. However, that's the problem with American education. The arrival of the guest is not related to the murders, it seems. And the local either does not know or hides the truth about the attacks. Probably hides them. And secondly, Prince. Yes, Prince? Aren't you talking too much upon yourself? Checking on me? I will not tolerate such an attitude. I'm curious, what will you do about it, Mr. Wood? The others will not understand if I receive a poor reception. But let's not quarrel. I'll drop by your youthfully wonderful club sometime. Please. The European arrogantly nodded and headed for the exit. He had already passed Mia when she heard it. Show off. Parvenu. I don't know what that means. The owner of the club took out his phone. The girl heard as she gave the order. As long as this anachronism is in my city, I want to know his every step. But just be careful. It's the most dangerous of the princes. Taking advantage of the fact that Ethan Wood was speaking on the phone, Mia left discreetly. Are you out of your mind? What were you doing? I collected information. About the princes. Did you ask the bartender? Can you imagine what will happen to the bartender if they learned he chatted with you about it? We will not tell anyone. Victor silently shook his head. Let's get to work. See that guy? That is the tattoo artist I mentioned. Shall we go to him? Come on. Patrick. Oh, hello. Oh, he actually says that. I wasn't reading yet. Oh, hello. Who is that with you? This is Mia. Good evening. We wanted to ask you something. Victor, it looks like the questions will have to wait. He looked meaningfully past Victor. Ethan Wood was still in the VIP lounge. With a gesture, he invited Victor to his room. Mia, I must leave. It's okay. Mia stayed with Patrick, and she immediately felt uneasy. Are you afraid? Should I be? Just a little? I mean, sure. In vain. I wish I had your confidence. I will not touch you. You're not alone here, and it seems there is one vampire who does not like me already. No one will touch you. Did a vampire bring you? It means no one can touch you, in any case, without his permission. Well, thanks. I'm telling you how it is. Well, I'll see you again. If he leaves now, who knows when I get a chance to speak with him again. Wait. How to detain him. Mia glanced helplessly at Victor, who was talking about something with the local prince. Oh, my nose is itchy. Are you a tattoo master? Yes, the best in the state. Are you interested? A little. Will you show me something? Sure, come on. They walked to the furthest table. Patrick took out a tablet. I have photos of some works. Where does this hobby come from? A hobby? This is a vocation. Mia was scanning the photos. The tattoos indeed were very good. So where does this calling come from? It's a long story. Let's do your tattoo. If you get bored with it, I'll remove it. There will be no marks. Tattoos are a way of self-expression that can give you confidence or show others that you're an extraordinary person. This is a completely unique art. I'm telling you as a vampire, and there is no one who understands this art better than vampires. I don't know. Do you doubt my skill? I'm offended. I've been doing this for 50 years. I'll do it quickly and pain-free. It looks like he's crazy about tattoos, totally nuts, but a real artist. So, are we doing it? A tattoo for me? Yes, let's get it. Now, I'll prepare everything. Patrick put his bag on the table. He begins to spread out jars of ink, a tattoo machine at Vantage. Patrick, tell me how you learned this. So I'm definitely distracted from the pain. Alright, now I'll tell you. Have you decided what you want? There's a panther one. I like this bird one. It's really cute. And there's a little flower. I can't see it with her hair. There's a heart. Panther. But I want the bird anyway, because I like it. I thought it was really cool. I don't know how he's going to do this painlessly, but creating a tattoo rapidly and almost painlessly, Patrick began his story. It was August of '69. I was coming back from the first Woodstock. I hope you know what that is. Of course. The legendary rock festival. Exactly. Well done. So imagine, the era of freedom, hippies, and love. I was only a couple of years old at the time, as a vampire. Is that my computer going off as I can buy it? What the hell? Stop. I was driving a brightly painted minibus. It was getting light outside. I decided to hide from the sun in a roadside cafe. I go in and see her. Oh, she's cute. Hello. Hi. Also from What's Up? Yes, I'm Patrick. Hannah? Oh, Hannah. Do you have wheels? I'm hitchhiking. I have a car. I'll take you, but I drove all night. I was going to rest. The vampire, of course, could not get tired, but he did not want to travel during the day. I'll wait. Sit down. I'll buy you breakfast. If you want, I can play the guitar. Do you even have to ask? Well, I'm not Hendrix, of course. The girl touched the strings, and Patrick immediately recognized one of his favorite songs. He looked at the girl, enjoyed the music, and thought, Hannah is like a sea that does not give a damn what people do on the shore. Quiet and smooth one minute, reflecting the boundless sky. Passionate, suddenly starting to swirl and swirl the next minute, worrying and depriving others of peace. I feel it, and I have already lost my peace. You're looking at me strangely. Marry me. What? Are you crazy? We just met. That's enough to fall in love. I'm not crazy. Love at first sight? I'm sorry, Patrick, but a normal girl wouldn't believe this. Be crazy. Funny. Let's agree. If I fulfill your dream, you'll be my wife. Nothing will come of it. Then you're not risking anything, right? Alright. I want a tattoo that reflects my life, my ideals. One that speaks about me better than I myself can. The best in the world. I have news for you. I am an artist. Now all I'll have to do is learn how to make tattoos, and you will be mine. I did not promise I would sit and wait for you to learn how to dip a needle and dye. I'll find you anywhere. That's the story. Your tattoo, by the way, is almost ready. Nothing like this will happen nowadays. You really fell in love with her at first sight? Of course. You also think that this cannot be? Maybe, but more likely in the movies. It's a pity you think so. I fell in love with Hannah so hard that I could not think of anything else. Like an idiot, I walked around smiling constantly. And when I knew her better, then... What? Words cannot describe it. Even poets cannot do it. And how did it end? Why do you think it ended? It's still on. I found her in 5 years and I fulfilled her dream. Hannah became my wife. You turned her? No, she chose to remain human. But that means that... Yes, her body is getting old. She is mortal. But our love remains forever young and free from everything in the world. It's much more important. What do you think? Yes, you're right, of course. It's a little sad. It would be sad if I made her make sacrifices for me. Remember, Mia, if you love someone, do not ask them to change. After all, it would not be them anymore, but someone else. Wow. It's potent. I like this dude. That's it. I love this jacket, too. By the way, sorry. I love this tattoo, also. I love his little curly hair. Oh my god. Anyway, I like him. That's it. Evaluate my work. Mia looked at her tattoo. Awesome. You're cool. Yes, I know. Hannah told me. Victor approached them. Patrick, did you force Mia to get a tattoo? She wanted to. Don't you like it? Why? I like it. Patrick is an excellent artist. While Patrick was putting his tools in the bag, Mia whispered to Victor. Well done to detain him. Wait for me. I'll question Patrick about vampires' tattoos on their arm. Mia understood. In her presence, Patrick was unlikely to be frank about other vampires. I'm waiting for you by the car. Going to the exit, Mia heard Monica's voice coming from behind. What did he find in you? Usual meat? Mia could answer, age, for example. But quarreling with vampires is not wise. Don't show up here. Nobody will allow such a guy to end up with a human female. Mia silently left the club. Okay. Imagine that. She will not allow Victor to end up with me. If I want to, there's nothing she can do. Heading toward Victor's car, Mia almost collided with the man. Oh gosh. What a meeting. What is up with these cliffhangers? That's not cool. Anyway, this is a bit of a long one, but yeah, we learned a lot of lore, got some backstories, met some different characters, saw some different places, so we're getting to understand the vampire world a little bit more, delving a little bit deeper into that, so that's pretty cool. And we're getting close to figuring out, what's gonna happen. I think, since there's only 9 parts and no bonus episodes, next time I'm just gonna do 7, 8, and 9 together. And just do that all in one so we can just go ahead and finish off season 1 in that video. It'll be a little bit longer, probably a little bit longer than this one, but that'll be fine. Anyway, if you liked it, guys, go ahead and show the video some love, and I'll see you next time. Bye!